Hail moment, friends! Andang here for another episode of the epic story. When we last left off, we had been going on looking for herb bundles for Nona, but we found them all already, so let's go ahead and talk to Nona.
The smoke of burning herbs was often used in LOTRO. Will it work here?
These are just what I wanted, Stafting. Now go to the other chamber and throw these bundles on the fire. I hope the smell of the burning may revive him somewhat. It was a common practice in Lanir, and perhaps its magic will operate here as well.
Alright, well let's go and try this out by throwing the dried herbs onto the fire. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, time to talk to the dying man. Apparently this is fast acting.
Who's there? Are you a friend?
The giant! The giant returns!
The man struggles violently for a moment before breathing deeply and attaining a measure of calm.
I am Ladwig, the son of Harding, Aldor of the North March. I came into Wildemore to learn what... But no use. Separated from my men, the storm arose. Lost in a gale.
Ladwing twists and turns before settling into a calm once more.
The giant's name is Nurzum. He brings the snow and the wind. Something he carries, I think. He saw me in the snow near the city. I was lifted in the air. A thunderous blast of hot air. And then...
The wind shakes and will say no more, but the odor of the burning herbs seems to have broken him out of his stupor. Alright, well that is good. Stuporless NPCs is always a good thing. Let's talk to the elf.
He lives, for now, and is the very man we came here to find.
He lives, for now, and is the very man we came here to find. Ladwig, son of Harding. What would Harding say to know his son was saved by a Dunlending girl? Perhaps it is best not to think of that for now, Stafting. I can piece together some of his story from what he said. He was separated from his men when the storm arose. That must have been Nurzum approaching. He made for the most visible landmark he could find. It must have been the hill upon which Tor is built. Ill fortune for Ledwig, for that seems to have been Nurzum's destination. We must do something about Nurzum. But what? He is too strong for us to fight directly. Could we trick him in some way? I will think on it, Stafting, but I cannot promise a solution will present itself to me.
Okay. Talk to Nona and talk to Horn. Okay, loot all that. And I did want to mention, Zinger actually sent me an awesome item. He sent me a First Age Lore Master epic legendary weapon. And it's minimum level 85, which I'm super close to. Probably will be by next episode since I'm doing a stream between now and the next episode. And it's already way better than what I have, even having, not been upgraded at all. So it should be a really, really awesome item. So big thanks to Zinger for doing that. That is awesome. Alright, let's continue along. Let's talk to Horn first.
Everywhere we go, we find rumor of this giant, this Nurzum.
You say that the man Nona has been trying to heal is the very man for whom we sought? Ladwig, the son of Harding? We found him, but it will be a bittersweet victory if he dies. Everywhere we go, we find rumor of the giant, Stafting. This Nurzum. What can be done about Nurzum? We cannot engage him in combat.
That much is clear. Attacking his feet might prove possible, if we could somehow avoid the attacks that were sure to follow. And by all accounts, he brings the storm of winter with him, wherever he treads. That will limit visibility, and will make it difficult to strike him. I have no military mind, Staftang. I'm just a minstrel. But Nerzum seems invincible to me. But we will need to destroy him, or Waldemar will not be safe. I do not know what to do.
The old ways are best, it seems.
I am heartened to know that the magic of the healers of Lanir works even in the land of the horse lords. The most injured of my charges is named Ledwig, and he is the man for whom you sought, Staftang? What a wonder that they should be one and the same! My father Savlich would find some meaning in this, but for me I see fortune only. Still, it is a happy fortune, if he lives. That is not yet certain, is it? For as long as the giant lives, the people are in danger. What will we do about Nerzum? Alright, well, Glowine has the answer clearly. Let's go talk to Glowine. Here we go. Glowine! Alright, come on, buddy. Let's talk.
I am no warrior. I am only an aged musician.
I have nothing to contribute. What can I do against such a ferocious creature? I am no warrior. I am only an aged musician. Even Theoden King had no more use for me.
Completing this quest will unlock an optional interlude from Glowine's map.
What am I saying? There is still something I can do.
Wait a moment, what am I saying? There is still something I can do.
For the first time you can remember since arriving in Waldemar, Glowine favors you with a smile.
How can I have forgotten my own lessons? When I was instructing Horn in the ways of music, one of the very first things I taught him was that the minstrel's greatest power is that of inspiration and increasing morale. Music lets us shine a light into the darkest corner of our heart, bringing into it a hope of good feelings. When Horn was still young, I told him this, for I believed it, and I still believe it, and dang it. Speak to the survivors of Bright Hoar in the cave, and find out what is that desire, and then make it happen.
Glowine's smile is even more broad this time.
What? You're an adventurer here, Staftang. I'm sending them hope, that is all. I am sending them you.
Alright,
I cannot bear to think of the horses tied up in the stables of Beator.
what is it I want? That is an easy question to answer, Staftang, because my sleep has been troubled by the same thought over and over. Did I do something wrong by the horses in Britor? Erflu Flaraudens. Were it not for the horses at the stables in Britor, I would not be alive today. I'm certain of it. The panic caused me to learn of the attack, with enough time to make it part way down the hill before the snowstorm covered everything. And with it came the giant. I cannot bear to think of those horses still tied up at the stables, helpless against the orcs. What do I want? I want you to untie the horses at the stables in Britor, and let them run free. That will give them the same chance I had of escaping the cruel death at the hands of the orcs. Okay.
I'm still not myself, but I will do my best to speak.
Ludwig rubs his eyes blearily. What do I want?
I want revenge upon that great lumbering giant, Nurzum. He slew my men, almost devoured me. Windfara,
You tell him that Windfara survived the encounter with Nurzum, and made his way back to Skyfing, where you met him again.
very good. He was a tough one. In the snow, I could not see the way to go. Nurzum must be defeated, or...
Exhausted by the effort, Ledwig leans back and can say no more. Alright, well, let's continue on our path and learn what must be found out next. Let's see here.
What is it I want? I want the orcs driven from Beator.
I want to return to my home. Elder sighs. That will take some doing, will it not? There is something else, though. The thing that most stirs my heart, most fills me with anger against the orcs, is the brief sight I had before that chunk of masonry took me from the battle. I saw the orcs looting a house, the house of one of my neighbors. They had found a wooden carving of a horse, a crude thing, to be honest, of poor craft, and were waving it about. It meant nothing to them, but I knew it for what it was. It was a child's first attempt at a carving. It would mean little to most, but to that boy's family, it would be no doubt priceless. I cannot bear the thought of such an heirloom in the hands of the orcs, Safteng. When you return to Britor, to satisfy the request of my fellows, please remember to recover such things from orcs you slay. Alright.
I remember the names of the orcs that led the attack. I want them slain.
What do I want? I have already told you. I remember the names of the orcs that led the attack on my family and my friends. Stafteng, Franchu, Kritar. I want them slain.
Yamar thinks for a moment.
Do not misunderstand me, my helpful friend. I want them slain. But I want them to know it was a woman of Britor that has ended their lives. Perhaps this will suffice. Find and slay either Forshnu or Kritar. Save one of them for me. When I am well enough to fight, I will seek out the one you have spared, and fulfill my vengeance upon him. You will find Forshnu or Kritar somewhere within the city, and in a few days I will find the remaining one and end his life. We are agreed?
Alright, so we have our work cut out for us, but that will not be until next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Epic Story. When we return, we will probably do an interlude quest, but after that we will go on these quests. So till then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of the Epic Story. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below. And if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.